Hey everybody, and how's it going? Brightest blessings. Lady Leeanna back with you for another episode of Wicca for today, and I believe this makes number 112 or something very close to that. But yet another episode of Wicca for today, and I'm really proud of all of the accomplishments that I've made here. I really am amped and excited about the different things that I'm doing, and I'm now starting to go out in the field and interview other pagans and doing certain events, and I hope to do a lot more of that, by the way, in the future. Well, today what I actually wanted to do was talk about the show itself, and that is to cover the opening and the closing of the show. You see, they're not just an opening and a closing of a show. They're very, very important to me, and they're very significant to my religious pathway. And I will explain to you through this video exactly why that is. First off, let me say that I live in a little town called Liberty, Texas, which is exactly 45 minutes from Houston one way, and 45 minutes down the same highway from Beaumont the other direction. I'm on a stretch of highway that goes right from one to the other, Houston or Beaumont, and I'm right directly in the center of them. I think that right there is pretty special, although I don't intend to live here much longer in the future. I have lived here for over 25-30 years. All my family is here, but I have been seeing the same thing for so long that I'm wanting to branch out. I'm actually wanting new surroundings, and that is either to live by the ocean or to live in a high traffic tourist city, or a very laid-back liberal city, and that's either Galveston, Texas, San Antonio, Texas, or Austin, Texas. And this is my plan and projection for the near future, is to move to one of the others. Don't worry, it is not going to affect the show. I do intend to do what I'm doing, and I can do it right from the comfort of my home no matter where I'm at. Anyway, Liberty, Texas is kind of a special town to me. I had opened up a pagan shop right dead center in the town, and although several people didn't like it, no one struck out against me. And I was kind of hoping for that. I was kind of thinking that I was going to get picketed today and have free advertisement tomorrow. But it didn't work out that way. It's a very quiet town. People don't like to make a lot of waves, I guess. Even whenever someone sticks out like a sore thumb like I do, and different from everybody else. I was the talk of the pulpit, so for many, many years, actually. But, I've had my experiences, such as someone knocking on my door and trying to command me off my property in the name of Jesus because I don't belong here. It was a really funny looking little guy. But anyway, back to the opening and closing of my show. It's very special to me. I have a lot of hidden meanings behind these two snips of all my videos. Now let's talk about the opening first, alright? First off, the opening and the closing both were filmed in a little park here in Liberty. You see me walking around a tree that is actually a triple-trunked tree. I don't know how many of you have actually acknowledged this, but that tree to me, as soon as I saw it, was so my goddess. It was so Diana, triple moon goddess or triple crown goddess, whichever way you want to put it. This tree was a triple crown tree. Alright? And that to me was, it rang out, this is the opening of my show. I have got to put it on there. It is about my goddess Diana. And so I did. I put this as a big part of my entrance. And you see me actually coming out of nowhere and circulating around this tree, which the circling around the tree is the evolution of life, okay? And next, you see me fading in and out 3 times as I do walk around this tree, which is significant to the idea that we might fade from the earth for a short while, but we are not dead. We always come back. We come back into life again and again until we get it right, until we make the entire circle, which, evolution, knowledge and wisdom is ever present, and the biggest part of all of that I put within the video. Anyway, it's about following a pathway of life, and you may die from the earth in your physical body, but your spirit is still there and attached, and the goddess, the god even, of course, always sees to that. And so that is the significance of me coming out of nowhere, and although fading in and out, as I circulate around this tree, I'll always come back, and I am paying homage and celebrating my deity, Goddess Diana, which is my primary female deity. Alright, and so that's what you got there. Now, after I've circulated around this tree, and I faded in and out so many times, you'll find that I am then walking down a very long pathway. Now, walking down this very long pathway as the end result of what has been done in the video altogether this far is though we have faded out and into life again and again, we still have a long road ahead of us, a long way to go before we reach our final destination. And it's going to be quite a journey. And that's what I'm actually specifying with this in the long path that ends the opening sequence of my video. Kind of neat, isn't it? I bet a lot of you did not even think about this. But I try to make everything I do to be somewhat of a lesson wherever possible, because there's a lesson to be had in everything. Now, in the opening video, you also hear the birds whistling and chirping, and you hear the wind blowing to some minor degree through the tree's leaves. This is just what it is. It's actually awakening into life. I guess I do have a bit of a deep meaning even to that, but it was things that were evaluated far after and not actually while I was making the video. And I mean, around the tree and down the pathway, that was all well thought out. However, the birds and the wind whistling through the trees, that was just a product of that day, and everything fell into place just perfectly, in my opinion. But as I evaluated it later, I noticed that I'd blended the birds and wind out in the very beginning. But when I began walking down the super long path in the end, then I didn't blend it out. And it may have been a subconscious but important part of things without me realizing it. Because we do so many different things without even really thinking them through. But in the end, they were for a reason, for a purpose. And maybe it was my goddess that helped me to lay it out just in the way that I did, to make it what it was, without me even realizing that she was helping me on it. But the birds is awakening back into life, and nature that follows me, or goes with me, or that I follow down that pathway, being a part of it always. And that would be synonymous with always being who you are. I am always first, last, and ever pagan, in touch with the earth. You know, letting it be a part of me and being a part of it as much as I possibly can. And this really shows through my opening sequence in my videos. Now, I go through from there into whatever lesson that I'm going to give that day. And where you see my surroundings is both my living room and my bedroom. I'm sitting on a futon that I myself and my husband built out of 2x4s and plywood that has a hatch top, and I can store things underneath, whether it's for my pagan goods or my film shooting goods or you know, things of that nature. It's very accessible and helpful in all that I do. As my building is only 12 by 24, I need all the hidey spaces that I could possibly get. But you're seeing me set in what is my living room and bedroom. My futon is my bed and my couch. My bed by night, my couch by day. And you know, it's where I conduct my set. It's where I do my practice a lot of times. And it's where I also like to do my video, you know, shooting. And it's very comfortable to me. It is home. In all actuality, this place where I'm shooting my videos at is my job. I had a house in Dayton, but Hurricane Ike tore parts of it down, and so I basically lost my house. And from there, I started living in the building that I'm at and conducting business in. And it became very convenient that I could roll out of bed, throw an open sign on the door, and then be prepared for the day. After I did a little bit of straightening, of course. You know, and then when I was ready to go to sleep, throw on the close sign and get up into bed and just chill out, you know. So that is what I have to say for my set on the inside of the house. And by the way, I've had this little building for over 15 years. And before this, I was conducting my business out of my house in the little town of Dayton, which lies only 10 minutes away. You know, and then, you know, I separated the two for a while until Hurricane Ike came through. Anyway, so let's talk about the closing sequence of my videos. I don't want to make this an overly long video. First off, when you see me on this video, I'm walking across a long pathway towards the woods. And I'm fading in and out as I'm walking along. And there again, I'm fading in and out of life, coming back time and again to get things right. And in the end, I'm standing before the woods, and I'm lifting my hands high, giving praise to the god, Cernunnos, which is my prominent male deity, a god of the wood and of the hunt. And I'm raising my hands to him and giving praise to him because he has helped me, he has helped me to evolve to the place and position that I am at now. And I'm ready to be lifted, is what I'm signifying by raising my hands and giving praise. I'm saying, please take me now. I'm ready. I'm evolved. And that is true. I don't feel that I will be coming back many times, if at all. You know, because I feel that I'm fulfilled. I feel that I've learned a lot. And though we always strive to learn more, and we always get more than what we expected to out of life time and again, there's always something to learn. You know, in the end, I feel that even in the afterlife, we learn. Even if we rise to become part of the God system. And thereby is why we would see many different levels of spirits. Angels, guardian angels, hierarch guards, and the hierarch, you know. Anyway, I will give you more on this on another video, but that's not what this is about. But yes, I'm cutting across the field and I'm making my way into the woods, or actually to the woods, to hold my hands up to the God Cornunus and thank him for all that he's done and ask him to lift me into the higher places that I have fulfilled, or that I feel that I have fulfilled my cycles here on earth and that I can move forward. And that is my closing sequence. And then it fades out, and that would be the fading out from life altogether. Okay, and rising to a higher place or position to be at one with the God system, to become part of the God system eventually. Anyway, like I said, that's for another video. But I really enjoyed making this video for you and looking back over the time of over a year ago when I actually created this opening and closing. It was really beautiful. Me and my husband went out with my camera, brand new camera by the way, set up the tripod and just began filming different things that I saw and I really liked. But I didn't get but 1 or 2 pictures in, and I was only taking pictures at this point, when I came across that tree, the Triple Crown tree, and I said, oh my God, or rather, oh my goddess, this is who I am, this is who is within me, this is who I pray to and call to, the goddess Diana, or any of her aspects. And yet again, that's another video. We have a lot to discuss, you and I, in the future, don't we? Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video and that you'll tune in when here on the next show I will be interviewing a close friend of mine, as well as he's a student, but he practices now in Santeria. And I feel that it's important that we understand all religions as much as we possibly can. And I will be interviewing him about his religion, or a past religion that he followed, and a religion that he now follows on even still another video thereafter. But he's done a lot of different studies on different religious pathways, a lot of those with me. And he'll be talking about 2 that I don't actually haven't covered here on the channel. And one is on Santeria, another one is on Umbara, and I'm even going to let him come back for another show after that at some point to cover the cowrie shells. And you may call them cowrie shells, whichever way you wish to pronounce it. But he has a bit of knowledge in these 3 areas, and I want to bring him on at various times to talk to you about those areas. And I think you'll enjoy that. And I don't know about you, but I find some of these deeper, darker religions to be very mysterious and very interesting. Something to definitely look into. If you're anything like I am, you like to take in a little bit of all of it, and even make parts of it something to do with you, or incorporate it somehow into your own religious pathways, whether it's a few of their practices or even some of their beliefs. Anyway, stay tuned for that, and brightest blessings.